Welcome to the next episode of Where Can Invest? I'm Jen Tan here, and we are now right here at Jalan Bangga Rampai. What are we doing here? Because the next new launch is coming out soon. It's just along this road. Okay, we are coming here because of Bartley Vue. It is supposed to be launching in probably second half of this year, sometime maybe in June or July. We do not know because based on the COVID situation. But anyway, we are still here to introduce you and telling you the special features and what is the motivations if you want to invest here. Okay, right here you can see this is where Bartley Vue will stand. It is still a piece of empty land. The new show flat is building up now. As far as I know, it is actually located, the new show flat is located at Paya Lebar Square there. Okay, we will tell you more in our next episode and we'll show you the show flat. Okay, right here behind me is where Bartley Vue is going to be. It is actually a 115 units development. What I estimate, I have not seen the plan. I think they're going to build along this way, 14 to 15 story high. Okay, behind you can see Bartley Ridge. So you really know that we are actually very conveniently located because Bartley MRT station is just only about 5 minutes walk from this development. Okay, and then Bartley station is only 1 stop away from Serangoon station, which is an interchange station of Northeast Line and Circle Line. And everybody knows right above Serangoon station is where one of the biggest shopping mall in Singapore, that is Next Shopping Mall. Okay, there's over more than 100 eateries inside there. You can get everything there. So that is why this location, Bartley Brother, it is so well received, and a lot of people really love to stay or owns a property here. Okay, Bartley Vue actually is kind of low rise here, and then the view is also quite good. All the units that's facing here will have unblocked view, and you can see there is also a very quiet and serene environment here. While I walk along here, you can see all these landed properties are kind of well built, and also you can see a lot of trees lining here, very quiet. The houses here are not really huge, very kind of cozy, but it is a very nice lane. Not many pedestrians up and down because it's actually away from the main road here. So if you know the Bartley Views overlooking here will actually has a very quiet facing. I actually can see very far away from this view when I walk along here. So I can imagine if you are owning anything above 5th floor and above, you can see as far as probably Paya Lebar. All right, now we are actually driving along Jalan Bangga Rampai. You can see along here, we can see a lot of shops. In fact, these are pretty old shops, but they have a lot of eateries down here that quite a lot of locals love to come here. Some of them are the old coffee shop with very nice dishes, which is a hidden treasure here because only when you know this location, you'll be able to find the food down here. So you do have a very famous, I think the the roast duck along this road further down, which I think they sold the business away already for over $1 million. That was a big news about a couple of years ago. And one of my favorite places out here is the Old Street Bak Kut Teh. If I'm not mistaken, this is their first store here. They started in 2010, and this is their very first store. And it's an old shop house, so it gives you a very nice old nostalgic feeling. Okay, now I'm driving along Upper Paya Lebar Road. I can see a lot of new buildings here, which brought out a couple of years ago. Like we can see the Sake Sushi. We can see Lux Asia, Pixels, and then Charles & Keith. They actually had their central office here. They have their own buildings. So basically this area actually has renewed and transformed itself a few years ago because before that it was all factories, and last few years, the JTC start to actually encourage this young entrepreneur to actually build their own building here. So driving along here, this is Bartley Road, which actually Bartley Vue is also lying along with. The entrance actually to Bartley Vue is from Jalan Bangga Rampai, but the back of it is actually along this Bartley road. That is why it makes this location a bit more convenient because of the along this street, you walk about 5 minutes, you reach Bartley MRT, and then slightly further down is actually Maristella High School, which is one of the SEP schools. So within 1 km of Bartley Vue, there are two very good primary schools, Maristella High and also Sida Brahmi. In fact, both of my boys actually study in Maristella and they turn out to be a very fine gentlemen today. And one of the popular or famous the alumni for Maristella High, as I know, was Minister Ong Yi Kang, which is our most, the next potential maybe, Prime Minister. Okay, I'm driving towards Maristella here. 不好意思，我要转出去。
什么？
因为我转错了，我以为这边可以转进来。
你要去哪里？
没有，我要出去，可以转一个圈出去吗？对不起啊，不好意思。
对不起。
OK。
小心啊！自动门开的啊。
OK， 明白。Okay, nice security here. Okay, so this is the old school for my two boys. A very nice school. It's actually their first language are both Chinese and English. So that's why a lot of sign on the wall is all in Chinese. Okay, behind actually, or maybe beside this location is the estate Bidadari. I think everybody, most of the people know the BTO in Bidadari is very, very well received. There's many times oversubscribed. Anytime there is a new flat that's out for BTO. And I know I did a research. The 5 bedrooms flat for Bidadari started from 600 over 1,000. So basically, it can go as high as 700 over, and some probably touch 800 if it's higher floor. So this area you can see is the value, what the government has emphasized. There's a lot of new transformation or new coming up the developments here. So that is why Bidadari pricing and also so well subscribed. So Bartley Vue, what we expect is it's going to be a very great value investment here. Estimated, I'm not, basically because nearby there's another development called Woodley Residences, already marketed over 2,003 per square foot. And those areas like the Park Colonial, it already touches over 2,000 per square foot. So Bartley Vue, I estimate probably you'll be looking around 1,009, about 2,000 per square foot, because due to the location, prominence to the it is in center of Singapore, and is very easy accessible to every part of Singapore because of the a lot of connectivity like the CTE, PIE, and KPE just around. So if you do drive, a lot of times less than 20 minutes gets you anywhere. In fact, I used to stay around here, so whenever I drive out, it takes me about 10 minutes to reach a central area like Orchard. And if I want to go to airport, probably about 15 minutes if I use this, the new highway that the government just actually constructed, the Bartley Highway. It takes me only 15 minutes to reach airport. So we are turning into Bidadari here. Okay, I actually just checked. About 70% of the residents already moved into Bidadari. So basically it's going to be filled up. There is actually a very big park here. It's about 10 hectares big, which is called Bidadari Park. It consists of a man-made lake, which is called ALT5 Lake. So, and then basically there is also a trail like for cycling and everything. So basically down here, they are creating a very natural settings, as many trees, greeneries, and a lot of place for people to actually move around. So Bartley Vue, which is just next to this Bidadari, can actually take advantage of this. They can actually just use the park. This is a 10 hectare park, is very, very vast and very big. So, so basically, if you are looking at Bartley Vue, you'll be looking at nature, the convenience of the transport like MRT, buses. If you drive, the highway like CTE, PIE, and also accessibility to Tampines straight from the Bartley Highway. Okay, this Bidadari used to be a grave, actually, we all know. So it's a very famous grave here. At the times, even though it's a grave, a lot of people actually have their morning walk and then do their jogging here. So it was a favorite park, a favorite area for the people living around here. But over the years, it has developed into a very busy area because of the centralized. It's actually just outside the CBD area, or maybe just outskirts. So it's very convenient. People who will stay here is probably take an MRT about 6 minutes from Potong Pasir MRT will get you to Dhoby Ghaut. So that's why I can understand the pricing for Bidadari HDB, which is around 600 over 1,000 for the 5-bedroom. So you can imagine when it's time for the MOP, when they start selling, I could imagine you will be at least 800,000 and above. So these are your potential upgrader. That is why surrounding the private properties here, you will be looking for many upgraders from this area, from this Bidadari. So your pricing basically, or your rental basically will not be a worry, because just like I already mentioned about the Paya Lebar area, the upper Paya Lebar, they are upgrading, there are more new buildings coming up. In fact, Ubi area is also right next to it. And if you're looking at sales, then you'll be looking at the upgrader from Bidadari, especially because their house is going to be very much higher when they sell during their MOP. So they have enough funds to actually upgrade. And for these people, I think once you get used to this area, you will not want to move out this area because it's so convenient. And that is why they'll be looking back. So if you're investing anything here, especially Bartley Vue, you don't have to worry about reselling. In this area of Serangoon area, there are 3 international schools as far as I know. Is Stanford American School, Australia International School, and also the French International School. So that is why quite a lot of people who actually buy property here, they are quite easily rented out because of this school. And of course, we are not only depending on the schools, we also have a lot of working executive who actually works in the town or works at Paya Lebar or somewhere near in the north side. They also like to live here because of the convenience of the transport, the shopping malls, eateries, everything. And it's so easy to get anywhere. As I mentioned, at 10 minutes will get you to a lot of places if you do drive. If not, about 10 to 15 minutes MRT ride, or you can go straight down to the town already. So here on my left, actually we are reaching the Stanford American School right across Bidadari. It's a rather big school and a very big compound. So, and then there are also a lot of nice food and eateries here. Just like I mentioned, the Old Street, but there's another one actually along here, which is actually a cross junction of this Brother and Upper Serangoon Road here. It's a very nice Sapo. I cannot remember what is that. 不是那个田鸡粥，田鸡粥 correct. Okay, I remember when 15 years ago when I started to live here, actually that tianji zhou is already very nice, but not many people knows about it. Then a couple of years later, they start renovating the place. A new vendor take over, which actually was their former tenant. They sort of copy their recipe but make it better. I would say it's much better than the original one, even though the original is really very good. So, and then after that, because of the renovations, it make the place cleaner. And suddenly today, when I go there, I can't find a seat anymore because it's so crowded. And there's a lot of bloggers actually mentioned about this place, so you can actually search that out. It's a very nice tianji zhou. You should try it if you are around this area. Okay, now we are turning in. We are very close by to Next shopping mall. Okay, basically you can see that big and nice building there. Okay, very good shopping mall. 100 over eateries there. Anything you can find in town, you can find here. There's no lack of choices there. They have H&M there, they have Uniqlo inside. All the big major brands are mostly inside here. So, so that's why people down here do not need to actually shop in Orchard Road. In fact, they can get everything here. The eateries, most of the popular one, even those that you do not hear about it, a lot of startup stuff from here, and then they actually make it so good here, and then they start to expand. So this is the mall that around this neighborhood that is their favorite shopping area. In fact, people who live as far as the west or even the east, I know they come to this shopping mall quite often. So it is a very popular mall, not only for local residents around here, it is also for residents that also live as far, they will just come around here. Okay, so over here there is a very popular, also kind of infamous community center, which is called the Brother Community Club. They have a lot of activities here. You used to organize a lot of very unique courses around here. Okay. And this is Serangoon area, which is Serangoon Central. Okay, other than the shopping mall, okay, they have a lot of HDB shops here, which actually sells a lot more local things. And one of the first wet market that they start to build back in the late 90s is here, Serangoon Wet Market. Okay, basically it's already bought over by Sheng Siong, but it's still operating like a normal wet market. Okay, and then you can see further down there's a lot of shops, a lot of bakery. Basically down here there's also a lot of clinics. Very popular, very famous clinics they are down here also. And a lot of hair salons. So you really want to do your hair, everything, or even you are not feeling well, a lot of clinics here, a lot of hair salon here. And there's this fair price here. But they have a bigger one, a mega one inside the next, which actually you can get anything from there. So if you are looking at this area, you don't want to be crowded, fair price, there's a small one here, not a very long queue, but you can get something here too. My next appointment is actually coming up soon, so I have to end down here. I hope you like this episode of this little tour today. I'm Jen Tan Property. And I love to hear from you soon. Sorry, I forgot about all those subscriptions. all right, Ken. Let's start again, huh? Okay, I hope you like this little tour today. We are coming to the end of this. If you like this tour, if you like our channel, please subscribe to it. Click on to the bell sign for the notifications, and give us your comment in the comment sections below. We love to hear from you. I'm Jen Tan Property, and I see you soon.